Neal, congratulations, progression in the FA Trophy. Just reflect on that one for us.
They're always tough games. We had to try and get the balance of picking the team right. You know, Callum Howe was ready to start, so was Justin Donowa. Ideally, we wouldn't have wanted Callum to play a full game, but he had to. And you know, we've had 2 or 3 of the youth team lads have been training with us for a couple of weeks now. Really trained well. And you know, it was nice to give Kean his chance today, and he took it. So the balance of the team was a difficult one, but I thought we scored 2 really good goals in the end. Just about got the subs right, and it's worked out well in the end.
What you say, just about got the subs right, but the double substitution that you made, both of them on the score sheet, and that must be really pleasing for you.
Yeah, I was trying to think of a way of getting them on. You know, like I say, in an ideal world we wouldn't have left Callum Howe on for the 90, but Ethan come off with his hamstring, so yeah, he was just trying to get the balance of it all right. But you know, as long as Joe Swires okay then with what happened at the end, you know, it's all worked out quite well. But yeah, you know, Joe and Barney are two important players for us, and they've got that quality, you know.
I was going to ask about Joe Swires. It looked as though it was a knock to the ankle. Did he say anything to you on his way back to the dugout?
No, we took him off as a precaution, so I'm hoping it's all right. But you know, the disappointing thing was I could see it coming. I said to the fourth, you know, we was getting kicked a few times towards the end as the game, you know, as we was in the lead, and I said to the fourth, you know, he's got to look after us a little bit here, because a couple of challenges have been left on us, and you know, obviously Joe's taken one at the end.
Obviously, we've talked about a lot of players sort of who've not played in a little while, Callum Howe, Justin Donowa, those sort of players, but I suppose also with the postponements, it's been a couple of weeks since we've last played. How hard is it to sort of regroup a little bit, you know, after you've not played for a couple of weeks?
Yeah, we had the momentum from the Oldham win, which we played really well in, and it's hard to keep players training, and you prepare them for a game and then it doesn't happen, and then you do it again, it doesn't happen. So it's hard because you try and bring it with a boil for a game, and you end up, you know, training doesn't quite fill the void, unfortunately, and we've been on AstroTurf for 10 days now through the frozen period. So we tried to keep them tick over. I thought we were a little bit rusty at times today, and obviously once you take out, you know, Dallo, Barney, Joe out of your starting lineup, you're always going to lose a little bit of cohesiveness. But you know, when we looked at what team to pick today, we needed to get Justin and Callum Howe the minutes. Callum Maycock needed minutes. Kells needed minutes. We needed to get their minutes back up, because January and February are going to be ridiculously tough with the amount of rearranged fixtures we've got to play, and we could really do with a full squad being fit for them games so that we can get through it.
I assume you might have been scratching your head a little bit ahead of kick-off when the floodlights kept going up.
To be honest with you, if the game would have been cancelled or postponed again, I don't know where we would have fitted it in. That was my biggest worry, was that the game wouldn't go ahead. And then my next worry was we'd warmed up, we'd cooled down, we'd warmed up, we'd cooled down, and you know, you then worry about injuries. But you know, listen, we've got through it, and it wasn't ideal, and especially when we wanted to pay the tribute to the boys from Solihull and their families, because that's hit us all hard from the area. So you know, it wasn't ideal, but we've got there in the end.
And it was a lovely tribute ahead of kick-off, wasn't it? The minute of silence, beautifully observed, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's such a terrible tragedy, and you know, it's shocked us all when it happens in your neighbourhood. It really does shock you, and you know, our love and wishes go out to all the families. It's truly tragic.
Looking ahead, obviously Wrexham on Boxing Day, a massive game, isn't it? That one, it'll be a full house at the racecourse, I'm sure. And how much are you looking forward to that one?
Yeah, it's a double header now with them, and couldn't have been a tougher Christmas for us. We know that, you know, Wrexham are imperious at home, so it's a challenge. And you know, the important thing is to look at it and go, you know, we'll go and we'll have a real go at the game, but that won't define our season, because you know, Notts and Wrexham they're fighting out for the title. Our season will be defined in January and February, because we'll end up having probably 15, 16 games in them 2 months, and you know, where we are at the end of them 2 months is going to define whether we're in with a shout at the end of the season.
And just finally, FA Trophy, Barn in the next round. How far do you think we can go in this competition?
To be honest with you, I think we was quarter-finals last year. I got to the semi-finals with Notts the 2 years previously. It's one of them competitions, you just take it round by round. You know, you try your best to win every game, because you want winning habits. So we started that today. Now we focus on the league, and we'll worry about this again when we play it in January. But you know, it's one of them competitions. Anything with Wembley at the end is always a worthwhile cause, and we'll give it our due attention.
Neal, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
You mentioned about Kean. don't know how old he is, but